Now we are going to be looking at politics and governance. You know how it is during electionary period where you have different parties at the throat of one another, you know, in terms of policies, in terms of programs, in terms of their promises when, of course, they get into office. And as soon as that drop, what should we be expecting? Of course, what you told the people that you'll do when you are given the mandate. As we speak, what can we see? You know, in the FCT, some handful of rehabilitations of road. What can we see from the Federal Ministry of Work? We have seen that, of course, they are supervising some projects. Should it end at supervising project? We want to see the project. What can we say in terms of, you know, student loan that has been signed into law? But you know, how far have we gone in terms of implementation? How many people have accessed the loan? We can go on and on when it comes to governance. If there are some things to say about the government at the center, do we have anything to say about, you know, governance at the subnational, in states? What can we say at the local government areas? This is why today we have the convener, the Edo Consultative Forum, Comrade Bello Osaritin. A very good morning to you.
My brother, good morning.
Yeah, so politics and governance, what are your take?
As you may choose to understand, politics is a process or a kind of activities to seek power. That is why every 4 years you see political parties roll out programs for intended aspirants to, you know, seek for positions to govern either the local government, state, or the federal level, or even at the legislative level as well. Why governance is the process?
No, it's just that at legislative level, both the politician and the voters, they miss it. You don't expect, you know, a lawmaker who's supposed to make law that would naturally have those things you need to be in place, that would, you know, ensure that the executive, you know, meet what they say they will do in terms of execution of the law. But most time, the House of Rep members is telling you, I'm going to build school, I'm going to, those things are not his responsibility.
Yeah, we are dwelling with you the conference of the topic before us. You said politics.
Yeah, and governance.
So I'm trying to lay the foundation for what policy is all about. While you are looking at the executive, we are not talking of bureaucracy. We are talking of executive position and of course the legislative position. Before you get there, even at the residential level, the local government position, before you get there, you play politics. So now I'm trying to navigate to governance.
Go on.
That during electionary year, the politics is being played, just like we are moving towards election period in Edo State now.
And
Ondo as well. So promises have been made. And the process of haven't maybe emerged as a governor of a state, or rather as a chairman of a local government, the process of enforcing those promises being made to the people is the governance system that we are talking about. But however, in most cases, it is not what they promise that they give. That is why sometimes we always say that politicians are funny characters. However, we hope that as we move towards the processes of ensuring that we get good leaders that will disrupt the system to bring about good governance and of course good politicking, we hope to see such a situation.
Yeah, but why is it difficult to have good governance after politics?
It's a thing of the mind. In a sane environment, people are being held or are being held accountable to their promises. But in this side of the divide, it is a different ball game. It is a mindset. And of course, the people are docile as well. In a country like Tunisia or Algeria, where they speak more or less a monolithic language, you can't be funny with the people. So the people in this side of the world, they are not ready to ask questions. Leadership is a trust position. When people surrender their sovereignty to you, and they also have the right to ask, accountability is very key. So when people refuse to ask questions, you experience what you are seeing today. And of course, in Nigeria today, the tripartite nature of Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa is a very big problem. When an Hausa man is ruling and a Yoruba man stands up and says, this thing you are not getting into it. Oh, he doesn't like our people. Oh, Igbo man was there before. You know, all this kind of thing. You cannot help the system. So we hope to get it right one of these days.
Yeah, but you know, at times during politics, they tell you A will be A, and of course B will be. Let me use a classical one. $1 will equal to 1 naira. But at the end of the day, it was not so. What could be the problem? Could it be that while they were campaigning, they didn't have enough fact, enough details on the situation before making promises? Because at times when they eventually get into power, they discover that it is not what they think. And so you have already told the people this is what you will do. It becomes difficult for you to now reverse yourself.
You know, you are putting politicians in this contest. And of course, you would like to tell the people what they want to hear. If you choose to say, okay, let me speak truth to power, they will not believe you. And of course, it is in Nigeria that the devil can sit with God and they dine together. So what you are seeing today is not funny. They can tell you A before they get there, and when they get there, they are start telling you B. And perhaps it might be as a result of just what I just mentioned casually, that they might not be having the facts before going into this. And again, some of them are not even prepared. Their target is to go for what is in there to line their pockets. That's why when they get there, they use what's called the Machiavellian principle. Those people that bring them to power, they try to take them off the table. So by God's grace, I think the consciousness in the political arena today, people will start asking questions. Like today, I'm here trying to ask questions.
So now if we look at Ondo and Edo, September and November, the people will file out to, of course, elect who will lead them for another 4 years. What should be the criteria? Who should be asking questions? Should it be community based, where you go to campaign, the community leader comes out to say this is what we are lacking? How do you intend to address it? For everybody that has, you know, what we call connection to the aspirant, you just go ask, and then you can go and tell your people, I have spoken with him, this is what he's going to do. Just ensure you vote for him. What should be the criteria?
As we move into the election in Edo State come September, primarily it is the people that are supposed to be asking the question. I believe Edo election is beyond party. We are going to be looking at the characters of people that the parties are bringing on board. Thank God we have 17 political parties that have featured candidates or offer candidates to be picked from. So we cannot be saying that we don't have enough people on the template. The issue is that people are hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. And a hungry man, nothing will tell a hungry man that he will listen to you. That's why sometimes you just see they throw pockets of money within them and they lose focus. But though it's a sophisticated arena where the people cannot be conquered easily. And I believe they will continue when the election starts properly, maybe next month, because nothing is happening in the state now. They are trying to cross the T's and dot the I's. I believe we will start asking the relevant questions. People like us will ask questions. And I also appeal to the journalists because they are the window at which the society used to see what is happening in the system. The media, they should play a major role according to Fukuyama.
Yeah, but we have seen that the current governor has really set the bar, you know, when you compare him and his counterpart in other states. As we speak, he's the first to raise the minimum wage. Now the federal government is begging labor, you know, to increase minimum wage to 54,000, and which is far low from what Edo is currently paying, 70,000 naira. You know, it is important to look at someone who can maintain that or even surpass it. How can that be done?
Sometimes it baffles me that we'll be talking of salary increment here and there. When even though you pay a worker 200,000 naira per month, it will be enough to take care of the wealth.
It will tackle hunger.
It will not be enough.
It will tackle hunger.
Is that what?
It will end hunger.
It will end hunger.
Yes.
I disagree with you because what we are appealing is that they should create an enabling environment where things will be working. If things are working, you don't even need to be talking of salary increase. Now, let me ask you, how much is a bag of rice? A bag of rice is 75,000 naira in the market square. A bag of semo, how much is a bag of semo? 14,000 naira. And you are giving somebody 70,000 naira as a salary in 30 days. And you have to take off your domestic requirements. How would that? And you are talking of a session, the workers. What about the informal sectors?
Yeah, but what about governors who even refuse to pay the 30,000 naira minimum wage?
You are not talking of payment now. We are talking of
no. See, when we are looking at governance here, there are some obvious, you know, variable that we must commend. There are many states in this country, and the hunger cuts across all states as a result of removal of subsidy, and of course with, you know, the issue around floating of naira that the CBN is trying to address now. This rice you just mentioned is not only in Edo State, it's even higher in other states, but their governors have not done anything to address it. And we have a governor who has raised the bar from 30 to 70,000, and it is time for, it is currently a politicking period, and we are saying we want someone that will come and maintain that bar.
If like you are putting the cart before the horse, I'm not comfortable with salary increments. What I'm trying to say, instead of increasing salaries of workers to any amount, why don't the government or the governors of states create an enabling environment that will make things to be cheap, that will be creating a policy that will be creating hardship for the people. That is my point of argument here. And mark you.
No, the governors did not create a policy that's making the environment harsh.
Let me learn. Depends on where you are looking at the market square. Now, Governor Noguera Obaseki, the executive governor of Edo State, is a smart guy. You know, this election year, he uses that as a bait to capture the attention of the electorate. You know, majorly Edo State is a civil servant state, and for the man that is able to play the cards before the civil servant might have the opportunity of getting the chunk of the vote, and it's purely politics.
No,
But
I think it is not politics per se. If it's politics, he would do it after the election.
But it did.
Or an if to the election, maybe a month to the election. But this is what he did about 7 months to his handing over. So it's not politics.
Is it today we have been talking of?
No, the prices of.
Are you the spokesman?
No, I'm not. But there are some things I know that I think we should say.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but now, why looking at the other states that are also that we have CEOs in the name of governors, what are they doing? Despite the fact that there's so much money for them now, subsidy is removed, FAC shares so much, they get so much. What is there that Nigerians can say that, okay, the effect of removal of subsidy that has given rise to increase in financial flow, we are seeing the evidence.
Let us stay on the issue of the man that has raised the bar. And I believe the governor...
but he's not the only one, he's not the only man at the helm of affairs.
You said the man that... I'm following the logic of your question. You said the man that has raised the bar.
Yeah.
God,
for the 17 people that are contesting, the expectation is how they can maintain that or raise it.
You see, my brother, you work Pythagoras, trigonometry, you work for the known to the unknown. Let us stay on what is on the table now. By way day before you is what we should be talking about now. We should not be talking of the monkey that is on top of the tree. The man that is coming, do you know his mindset? Politicians are very, very deceptive. You said something a while ago that why is it that politicians will say A in the morning and in the evening they will say B? That is a funny character we have as politicians in Nigeria today. So what we are saying, let us stay on the issue of the man that has raised the bar.
And applauding.
Applauding.
You applaud him for raising the bar.
With all due respect, I'm not a political sycophant. Why should I be applauding a man that is being elected to do his job? A man that is doing his job. You are telling me I should applaud him. Is he using his own personal money?
For doing his job.
The question,
many of them are not doing their job.
You ask questions.
Yeah. There are many governors. There are many governors that don't stay in their state. They are always in Abuja. But you have a governor who resides in his state, who goes to the market, who eats roasted yam and palm oil with the people. He feels the pain of the people. And as a result of that, he said, no. This money can no longer take you home. I've got to do something, and he eventually did something.
My brother, you are not the spokesman to Godunore Obaseki, neither you are the spokesman to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want us to stay in context. Let us talk on issues that I also know. I don't want you to paparazzi this matter.
That I also know.
If you know, you are putting the question to me, allow me to dwell on the matter. You see, the problem of this country today is sycophancy. People want to dance to the gallery. A man is being elected. Tinubu said, don't pity me. I'm elected to do the job. Why are you pitying me? A man is being elected to do his job. And he's doing his job with public funds. You say I should applaud him? Why should I applaud him when he's not using his private money? The question you raise is that will the next government that will come be able to sustain that bar that has already been raised? Mark you, Godunore Obaseki has created a problem for the federal government. 70,000 naira, and the federal government is dragging with Labour 54. You can see it's a very big problem. However, I don't have sympathy for the Labours because they are playing politics with people's life. When you settle them, they go back. When they come out again, they make some noise. You settle them, they go back. However, staying on a Edo issue, I'm an Edo man. If a Zamfara governor is not staying in Zamfara, you invite the political pundit from that artist to come here and talk on that issue. So I'm restricting my discussion to Edo State. So, however, let me give it to Godunore Obaseki and make you a bit comfortable that yes, Godon has done noble for raising to 70,000 naira, but it's going to be a very big challenge for the incoming government. Mark you, before now, 5.5 billion naira we are giving to all the states to cushion the problems that is bedeviling the people. So the question is that, how have they used that money? We should start asking genuine questions. So somebody cannot be throwing peanuts on people who say we should be clapping and clapping and for who? Would they clap hand for me for coming to the studio? So we hope that they should give people what they want, to create an enabling environment for you and I to do our business without knowing anybody. That is the view and that is the focus of the youth entity.
Okay, creating an enabling environment that has to do with provision of some infrastructure.
So,
and we have seen that this government is not relenting in terms of construction and rehabilitation of road. Well, the issue of electricity, which is power, may also be there, and I'm sure that there's something tangible will be done. Yeah, but when it comes to soft loan, what is your opinion? Starter pack. Soft loan, there are those that have ideas but don't have finance to actually, actualize their ideas. In other clime, government, come to their aid.
You talked about governance, and the government should be able to put in place infrastructures that you have been made to to understand that constructions are ongoing, but you did not mention where those constructions are ongoing. But I'm quick to say
no, you didn't know.
In FCT, the Minister of FCT, Yeson Weke, is doing well. He's doing well. If you can go around, you can see that there are series of constructions ongoing. Villa Vega has returned back to site, Salini and others, they are all back to site. Activities ongoing. I say kudos to him. But the interstate, like the usual Lokoja, Okene, Bini, Auchi Road, is in comatose. Though I just heard a couple of days ago that BOA Construction Company has agreed to commence construction on that road. I hope it's not going to be the usual political yoho where they do the window chopping and shopping, and before you know, it is a mirage. We are going to take them on that, and we are going to take them to task on that. For the past 4 years, I have not applied that road to my state. It is not a good scenery.
No, but we have also seen that the Minister of Works, Deep Umahi, the Minister of Niger Delta, of course, Momo, actually working on that road. Recently, they even inspect the ongoing work in that particular road.
You see, whose responsibility, which of the ministry or ministries is responsible for the rehabilitation of that road? Leave the Minister of Niger Delta out of the sole responsibility of the Minister of Works. You see, to me, before I used to be a fan of Umahi. Umahi talks too much. We will let him talk less and do more job. You understand me? If a man is doing well, you don't need to go to television station and start pre-singing. People like us will come here and tell you that this minister is doing well. And I hope by May 29, some ministers will be released of their position by God's grace, so that we move this country forward. You should talk less and do more work. Most of the roads are death traps. If you want to take flight, you cannot even afford. People like us cannot afford taking flights. So what are we talking about? From here to Benin is 35,000 naira. I don't know whether you used to fly that route. From here to Alto is 35,000 naira. How many of us can afford that this thing, that price, that amount of money? So let me get down to job and stop all this
But he's been doing his job.
What? Let him put one of those he has come to office that he has been able to complete. Other than go to television and start dancing to gallery. Please, I'm not that type that will go to studio and start praise worshiping. Let us call a spade a spade. The essence of criticism is to put a check on our leaders to sit up and do well. And I hope that all these things we are saying, President Bola Tinubu is listening to us, and the buck stops on his table. So some ministers will be released of their position. Some of them are not working.
You know them?
That is a topic for another day. Today we are talking of politics and governance.
But I'm shocked you don't agree that Umahi is doing.
Went to one job that the one road that
you have not seen the ongoing work.
Yeah.
Between Kaduna and Kano.
That road.
You have not seen
that road. Excuse me, sir. Please, don't let me start suspecting you. That road has been ongoing for years. That road,
the program is this morning on ITV, and of course we are looking at politics and governance, and we're doing this through the eyes of the convener, Utwedo Consultative Forum, Comrade Bello Osaritin. Well, as we attempt to wrap up the discussion, just give us your final word.
My final word is that Edo is the news. Edo in perspective. By God's grace,
Ondo is also there.
Let me restrict my concern to my state, because if the masquerade does not dance at home, it doesn't go outside to dance. I'm appealing to the people of Edo State to ensure that the best man is being voted for. We can't continue every cycle of 4 years and be lamenting and be a poster of doom. The opportunity is begging for us to make the right choice. We have 17 candidates in the race. Yes, candidates in the race. So we have a choice to pick the best. It's not power of oracy. It's not a talk show. Look at the arrays of the Edo people. They are all Edo people. They are all eminently qualified.
Freeborn,
homegrown, son of the soil. You understand me? Pick from them and let us put Edo in the front burner and make Edo great again.
Well, thank you so much for your time with us on the program. This is where we end this discussion, and we shall be going back to our Benin network.